Good morning, guys. For those of you who are interested in the second extra credit opportunity for the research project, I wanted to go over a few possible options for gathering your 5 photos, which is part of that second requirement. So I wanted to talk briefly about 4 options. Option number 1 is to take your own photos. Remember that just about any photo that you take yourself of a public place is free game. The one restriction is you have to have other people's permission to take photos of their face likeness, meaning making them recognizable, or a non-public place. So for example, if you went into someone else's home, you would need permission to take photos there. So you could certainly take photos of yourself, have someone else take photos of themselves. You could get permission from other people to use their photos. Just about anything you take in public as well, like if you took a photo out on the Oval or in the library, would also be fair game. You could also print your screen or print screenshots from your computer, perhaps to show part of the process of writing your essay. For example, you could take a screenshot of Microsoft Word, you could take a screenshot of your Wix.com website in progress, and if you're interested in that, both Macs and PCs have really easy screen printing functionality, and really the easiest way to find it is just to go to Google. And once you get to Google, just type in print screen Mac or print screen PC. So for example, print screen PC. And you can see all of these results, so we'll explain to you exactly how to do it. Briefly, it's just a series of keystrokes. There's actually a button for it on most PC keyboards called the print screen button. There's also on Mac several different commands that allow you to take a shot of the full screen, a small box of the screen, and then how to click like a screenshot of only a window. So that's another possibility. You could drop in pictures of your writing process, and that could be a really easy way to get 5 photos. Another option that we briefly talked about was to get Creative Commons photos, and I wanted to talk for a moment about what the Creative Commons licenses mean. They often look kind of like gobbledygook if you've never seen them before, like this: attribution, no non-commercial, no derivs, and people are sometimes kind of confused by that. But the good news is they're pretty simple, really. Attribution just means that you can use the Creative Commons work, like a photograph here from Flickr, if you agree that you're going to give that person credit. So essentially you're going to put them in your works cited list, you're going to give them credit for this work. From Flickr you would use their screen name, of course, so you can't necessarily know their real name. Non-commercial would apply to all of your projects. Everyone in class is creating an academic project that's not designed to be for sale or for business, so non-commercial isn't a barrier either. No derivative works means that you're not going to change the photograph. You have to use the work exactly the way it is. So if you intend to take the whole photo, no derivative is also not a problem. Finally, this one does matter a little bit. It's called share alike, and the share alike license means that if you take a Creative Commons photograph, you in turn have to share your entire website on a Creative Commons license. And that would be as easy as putting on your website Creative Commons share alike 2011 with your name. But do you realize that when you share alike, you are giving people permission to use your work as well. So it's something to think about if you see share alike. Now the question is, if you're here at Flickr, how do you know if a photo is Creative Commons, and how do you know if the photo has a specific Creative Commons license? So let me walk you briefly through the process of how you would find such a photo. So I'm going to get into their search screen, and I'm going to go to the advanced search. And you'll notice that you can actually get there directly by going to www.flickr.com/search/advanced. So I'm going to type in any old word. I'll type in cats for demonstration purposes. And then notice at the very bottom here, you can choose to only search Creative Commons content. So once you do that, you're only going to get Creative Commons results. I'll click on a photo that I find interesting. Let me change to the interesting results, which is my favorite way to search Flickr. And let's say I wanted to use this photo. You can find the Creative Commons license information over here on the right-hand side. Down here it says license, some rights reserved. And when you click on this license, it says you are free to share. Okay, great. Under the following conditions: attribution and no derivative works. So again, that means that if you use this photo, you need to attribute to the original author, and you can't change the photo. And I don't know about you, but that seems like a deal to me. So if I wanted to attribute this photo, you can see you can find the information by who took it here. You would attribute the photo to Tamboko the Jaguar, taken on January 17th, 2009, and you would copy and paste this direct URL into your works cited list. So that's just a few ideas if you're looking for alternatives to looking for, don't forget, public domain images, which are totally free, totally in the public domain, and you can use them for any purpose. So those are some easy ways to get to your 5 photos for your extra credit project. And I hope you enjoy the project, and I hope you were able to get creative with it and that it jazzes up your website. So good luck with that. Have a great time.